Hello, folks. Do you know that Ratan Tata has more followers on social media than Tata Consultancy, Tata Motors, and Tata Group combined? Or Narendra Modi has more followers than the party BJP itself? Why is it so? It is because of personal branding. They have created a brand of themselves. They have created a brand in front of the world. They have set an example of themselves. So, anybody or everybody who wants to do big in their life, if you have a dream, you want to do something big in your life, first and foremost, you have to brand yourself. Before you brand your product, before you brand your company, you have to brand yourself. And today, I'll tell you about that. Hi, my name is Bijoy, and today I'm going to share with you the introduction to our ultimate guide to personal branding. So, what is personal branding? Wikipedia defines it as personal branding is the practice of marketing people and their careers as brands. It is about marketing people and their career as brands. So now you might think, is it really important for you? Yes, I have told you before. If you have a dream, it is important for you. If you have a plan for your future, it is important for you. If you're going to start up, it is important for you. If you have already started up and want to grow, it is important for you. I'll give few examples, certain scenarios. If you have a brand, if you have created a brand of yourself in the market, saying that, okay, I am good at this, I am an expert in this, then if you launch a product or a service related to your expertise, don't you think it will be easy to sell? Don't you think we have to do the branding for that product or for that service from the scratch? No, it is. Because you have already created a brand value of yourself. And if you go and tell, okay, this is my product, these are the benefits, these are the features, this is how it will help you, will people believe or not? So first create a brand of yourself. It will be easier to launch a company, it will be easier to launch a product, it will be easier to launch a service. Make a note of this, my friend. If you are in startup, it is very, very important. If you are planning to do any startup, it is very important. Anybody who is working for a corporation, for an IT company, for any other sector in that case, if you're working in some company, if you want to go to some other company, you are interested on a particular topic, you want to move on, you want to switch your role to artificial intelligence, you want to switch your topic to data analytics, you want to switch your career to cybersecurity. So you learn more about it. When you learn more about it, you have a habit. It's our human tendency. We share about the related topic where we are knowledgeable about it, where we have a knowledge, we share that in our social media. That's a human tendency. So that way, before your resume gets selected, once you have given the interview, it can be post-interview, it can be pre-interview. But nowadays, HR executive do a social check as a background. Don't you believe that? But yes, it is true. It is true. They do a social check so that they get an idea, okay, this is the guy we're gonna interview, or this is the guy whom we have just met. So it gives a clear picture about your interest, about your views, about your expertise on a particular subject. Automatically, it gives an edge over others in an interview. So before we move ahead on this topic, let us look into the history of personal branding. Do you think it's a new topic? No, it is a topic, it is a concept which was brought long back. On a general belief, it is believed that Tom Peters coined this term, Tom Peters introduced this concept, but it is not so. Way back in 1937, there was a book launched, Think and Grow Rich, by gentleman Napoleon Hill. In that book, this concept was brought. Then this idea resurfaced again in 1981 in a book called Positioning: The Battle for Your Mind by Earl Ries and Jack Trott. Then on August 1st, 1997, Tom Peters wrote an article on the magazine Fast Company. The article was "The Brand Called You." In that article, this concept was popularized, and since then it has become a buzzword. With the internet as it dominates our life right now, with the internet came social media, blogs, and all these things. Individuals who wanted to make some difference to this world took this concept very seriously and started personal branding. That's how personal branding came from 1937 to 2020. So let's move ahead and see what exactly is personal branding. So before I go into it, I will tell about a quote which was given by Jeff Bezos from Amazon. He has rightly said, "Your brand is what people say about you when you are not in the room." So this is how it begins. Personal branding has many steps, many procedure. There are many blogs, many videos on this you'll find on internet. But what I basically find is personal branding can be broken into three major steps or three major blocks, which and the more details on this video will be covered in our next videos. I have already mentioned you. If do not forget to subscribe the channel, or else you'll miss those videos. So first step is introduce yourself, make yourself visible to the world. See, once you are visible, then people will know about you. If you are not visible itself, how will they know about you? First, you have to be visible. First, you have to go get a website, be on all the social media pages, social media accounts, whichever is relevant to you. Write blogs, go and attend conferences, go and attend meetups, which is relevant to your industry. So when you are more visible to people, when your knowledge is more visible, automatically people will know about you. Related to this first point comes the second point. The second point is finding a niche. It's a very important aspect. You cannot be a master in all the subject. You have to be master in one subject, right? So what is a niche? So when you have a passion for a particular topic or for a particular subject, you will be more knowledgeable on it. You will be learning more about it, because it is your own human tendency to learn more about it on the topic which you are interested, right? So initially you might be confused at times that, okay, I have 2 or 3 aspects I am very good at. I'm good at technology, I'm good at business, I'm good at this. I love to learn about all these 3 things. It can be possible, not a very surprising thing. So what we can do, first of all, take 2 or 3 topics which you love and start learning and sharing your content with your audience. By the time passes, you will automatically understand, okay, this is the thing which I am enjoying more. This topic, when I'm learning, I am enjoying more. Automatically your audience will also give the response. When you post a content, it will get more likes, more engagement. You will understand, okay, this topic is doing good. So that way you will understand, okay, out of these 3 topics, this is the best one where I can do. This is the topic where I can help people, and that will be your niche. Number 3, learn and share. The more you learn about that topic, the more you share. It's a human tendency. Once you start sharing, people will get benefited. Once people get benefited, you will get noticed. Once you get noticed, you become a brand. So that's how the 3 blocks of personal branding, and we'll go more detail in the next videos. So this was just an introduction to personal branding, right? So we have covered what is personal branding. Is it important for you? Yes, it is important for you. The history of personal branding, how it came from 1937 to 2020, and then we came to the 3 blocks or 3 steps of personal branding. So this is the closing for this video today. And if you like this video, if you find this video helpful, like this video, share it with your friends, subscribe to this channel, press the bell icon for the next video. Thank you for watching this video. Keep learning, keep dreaming.